everybody, this is Mike Gordon, and welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Legend of Zelda on NES. And now we only have one more, well, technically 3 more items and 1 more Triforce piece before we can take on Ganon. And bring this perfect playthrough to a close, so before we do that though, I need to replenish my health. We are heading east, so obviously I gotta take the fairy spring to the east. Not gonna bother with these enemies quite yet. I will replenish my health. Yeah, it's absolutely miserable trying to hit anything when you don't have max health. East now? Well, southeast. Actually, it's just due east. I believe I just have to navigate my way around. That was a pointless clock. Alright, I think there's a shop here. I want to see it. Oh, it's a potion shop. No, not this one. I need to buy another slab of meat in order to fill in one of my item slots because perfect playthrough conditions require that we have every item in the game. We had to give up the meat slab in order to progress through level 7. There was literally an NPC that wouldn't let us pass unless we gave it to him. Alright, here we are. Now, this isn't the cheapest slab of meat we could buy in the game. I probably should have bought that last site, because then I would have been able to buy it for $60. Sorry, 60 rupees. I'm gonna try to clear these moblins out. Okay. And now we begin level 8, the penultimate level of the game. In the location of both the final Triforce piece and the final heart container. As well as the final 2 key items that we'll need. Be careful. I should have entered and exited that room, honestly. Alright, I'm gonna carefully place bomb. Got him. And the first key item I need, I believe this one is actually an upgrade. Nope, this one was one of the items we need. This is the book, and that book is what's going to allow us to gain access to the final level. No, it's not literal access to the final level. If we try to go in there early, we would be blocked by like an invisible force field or something. And we would not be able to make it past the second room, so to speak. So with the book, we can now make it to the second room. But of course, we want to clear this dungeon first. Alright, that did nothing. gonna shoot the arrows. Ooh, we got a lot of them. I love hitting all those rabbits in one fell swoop like that. That's great. Alright, so we got the compass. Now we need to take out these dark nuts, which is a pain because we can only... It requires 2 hits to beat them. And you basically need to hit them dead center with the bombs in order to kill them. Raising them on the side basically does nothing. I'm probably gonna just try to take out the rabbits first. Wrong one, but that's fine. Oof. As a reminder, in the OG Zelda, each arrow you fire costs a rupee, because the rupees basically act as your quiver. So ideally, we don't go around using them too often. The reason why I use them to take out the rabbits is because they are a one-shot on certain enemies. Alright. I think navigating this place is pretty easy. And we can only hit this guy when his peeper's open. Unfortunately, we cannot tank those beam attacks. Spectacle Rock is an entrance to death. That's a hint as to the entrance to our final level, which is Death Mountain. If we ever do a perfect playthrough of Zelda 2, that's probably going to strike fear in the hearts of many Zelda fans. Alright, going through here. Let's try to take these guys out, and I'm gonna leave him behind so when I come back here, he'd be the only NPC. None of the other enemies respawn if you just leave one of them behind. So, in addition to trying to fill in the entire map, I'm also trying to blow a hole in this wall. Unfortunately, when you go enter this side, this is probably not the recommended route because now we only have a very small window to actually get to Gamma from the side, so it's better to go in through the front entrance so you can get 2 quick shots at his peeper. So yeah, it's one of the few instances where this secret passage is not recommended. A recommended entrance. So yeah, a little bit of advice. If you're going to, when going through a dungeon that may require backtracking, you should try to leave one enemy behind if possible. You won't always be able to do this because some of the doors will only open once you clear all the enemies, or you have to go through the secret passage just to get to our destination. Anyways, we have our next item, which is this key. Now, this key completely trivializes locked doors going forward. It allows us to go through any locked door without limit. And in this, and we already have the map as well, so yeah, it's just for some additional bombs. Yeah, and by the way, I forgot to tell you, the name of this level, you would think level 4 was called Snake, level 5 was called Lizard, level 6 was called Dragon, level 7 was called Demon. So could level 8 be called Devil or Angel? No. It's called Lion. And I guess if you squint enough, you could see the resemblance of the side of a lion's head facing left. But we're talking super abstract level design here. Alright, and I'm just gonna take these guys out quickly. I don't care if it costs rupees. Honestly, with the time frozen, I probably could have just swung at them with the sword. I realized, oh yeah, I can bomb this wall. That leads us to a shortcut to the boss, by the way. So we won't be going through that door yet because we want to go through every single room in the game. Every single room of every single dungeon of the game. The overworld map doesn't really matter because you can't fill in the map of the overworld dungeon. 10th enemy has the bomb. Okay, so that's a important hint. But the reason why I skipped that room was just so I could bomb that wall and not have to worry about anything. Go back to bombs. Already got the bomb. And I did so. Ooh, nice. Because now we completely restocked our bomb supply, and now we already take on the boss, which is of course a retread of one of the earlier bosses. I don't think it was level no, it's not level 2. I think it was like level 4 or something. This time with like 4 heads. Oof. And now we take on the final Triforce piece. The whole map is completely filled in. And with that, we have finished level 8 and have completed the Triforce of Wisdom. All we have to do now is clear out all these moblins, so we don't have to worry about anything. And we don't need to pick that up. We have every item in the game, more or less, so all that's left now is to max out our rupees, and then take on the final dungeon and defeat Ganon. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With that out of the way, this is Mike Gordon, sign out.